The Penelopiad is a 2005 novel by Margaret Atwood. It is told from the point of view of Penelope and her 12 maids. It offers an alternate perspective on the events famously portrayed by Homer in the Odyssey. The Penelopiad by Margaret Atwood. Penelope is a daughter of King Icarius of Sparta and a naiad, a river spirit. When Penelope was just a baby, her father tried to kill her by tossing her into the sea, ostensibly to prevent a prophecy that she would weave his death shroud. He might have thought that if he killed her, she would never weave his shroud and that therefore he would never die. But since Penelope is a daughter of a naiad, drowning her was not a smart plan. Her connections to the water and its creatures caused a flock of ducks to rescue her. When Penelope was 15 years old, her father held a running contest, with Penelope's hand in marriage as the prize. Odysseus won the race, though he likely cheated with the help of Penelope's uncle. Penelope went to live with Odysseus' family on the island of Ithaca. Though Penelope and Odysseus developed a loving bond, she never felt very welcome in his household. His mother made disparaging remarks about her, while Euryclea, Odysseus' former nurse, micromanaged her and insisted on doing many of the things Penelope wanted to do for Odysseus. Once Telemachus, Penelope and Odysseus' son, was born, things were a little better. Penelope enjoyed caring for her son, and time spent with Odysseus staved off loneliness. Then Penelope's cousin, Helen, ruined the small amount of happiness Penelope had found. Helen left her husband, Menelaus, and ran off with Paris, a prince of Troy. Due to an oath Odysseus had sworn to Menelaus, Odysseus had no choice but to set off to get Helen back. They waged war on Troy and won, though it took 10 years. After the war, Odysseus set sail back to Ithaca. While Odysseus was fighting in the Trojan War, Penelope waited for him in Ithaca. She learned to manage his lands and assets and raised Telemachus. When she learned through reports that the war was over, she watched for Odysseus' ship. At first, minstrels brought rumors and reports. They described the obstacles and delays Odysseus had encountered on his way home. Until these rumors stopped, and people became convinced that Odysseus would never return. As it seems more and more likely that Odysseus was dead or permanently prevented from returning, suitors seeking Penelope as a wife began to arrive in great numbers. Penelope told them that she could not choose a husband until she had woven a shroud for her father-in-law. Penelope instructed the 12 maids to get close to the suitors and find out their secrets and plans. She also told the 12 maids to say bad things about her and Odysseus. The scheme delayed Penelope's choice of a suitors for a while, but eventually her secret got out. The suitors were angry and demanded that she finish the shroud and choose one of them to marry. Telemachus decided to go in search of his father and secretly left on a ship. Though the suitors found out and planned an ambush, the suitors' plot to kill Telemachus failed, and he made it back home safely. Odysseus arrived in Ithaca, disguised as a beggar. Penelope recognized Odysseus, but she did not let on that she recognized him. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to let the 12 maids know that the beggar is Odysseus, so they continued to pretend they were on the suitors' side. Penelope staged an archery contest to decide which suitors she would choose. Odysseus, still in disguise as a beggar, won the archery contest easily. After the archery contest, Odysseus, killed all of the suitors and ordered Telemachus to murder the 12 maids, believing that the 12 maids' insult about Odysseus' family were genuine. Penelope was distraught. She knew she could have avoided 12 maids' death if she told the 12 maids that the beggar is Odysseus in disguise. Odysseus told Penelope his real identity, though Penelope already knew. Soon, Odysseus told Penelope he had to live again, this time to go on a quest to cleanse himself of the blood of the suitors.